So I mostly play single player games because I don't really have anyone to play with. I mean, I do own games that are better for multiplayer purposes, and I do have siblings, but they can't play with me. But now that I have a partner who I love very much, I finally have someone to play games with. Unfortunately, because of our separate living situations and vastly different work schedules, having a couples video for this month just wasn't in the works, so it was back to solo business as per usual for this one. If you didn't know or watch my previous video, I like to play my games in monthly themes with certain criterion. My February playlist consists of games that have a central love story or a black playable protagonist. If I don't finish any of the games for that month, they just get put on hiatus until the next qualifying month through arbitrary reasoning. February isn't that difficult in general, even though it's a short month, but that was before I started working full-time, and then I fell in love with my partner, whom I celebrated my first actual Valentine's Day with, and then celebrated her birthday the following week. Planning both events took up quite a bit of time and energy because I didn't want to mess up, but it was completely worth it. Which I can say the same for I Love You, Colonel Sanders. My curiosity was piqued from a blatant product placement, like there was no way this game was going to take itself seriously. And it didn't, as evidenced by the opening sequence. It was kooky, short, and clearly a dating sim parody. And I think I got the best ending. I mean, I was supposed to try to get with Colonel Sanders, right? But for a free game, I can't really complain, and it definitely did its job right. Get me to creative KFC. But not all dating sims are the same, like with Hatoful Boyfriend. And let me tell you, the novelty of a pigeon dating sim wore off very quickly for me because 3 of the love interests are of the same species. Maybe I could have had a better time if I went with the option of switching to the anime boy sprites, but the replay would have to wait until next year, though to be honest, I'm not sure I see the point. Also, unless I'm missing something, but nothing really happens in the day-to-day stuff. I got Rio's ending in case anyone was curious. For a palate cleanser, I put on the original Grand Theft Auto San Andreas before it was delisted off Steam. I actually don't have a lot to say about the game other than it's so much fun. I really appreciate the bigger scale, there's just so much to do. It's probably one of my favorite games already this year. Finally, another contender for this year's favorite is the Wii Hidden James Sakura Wars So Long My Love. Right from the opening theme, I was hooked. The game itself is strongly reminiscent of mid-2000s anime and it shows in the presentation of it all. I don't actually watch a lot of anime anymore, but this makes me want to get back to being a weeb again. For a dating sim and strategy mecha game, you wouldn't think they mix together so well, but they do. The combat cutscenes were just so satisfying to watch. I could take or leave the visual novel aspects, and I really did not care for the free roam sections, which is just a gaming beef I have in general. So I used the walkthrough to help me out at some points. The writing could use some work, but when you get invested, then it could get pretty moving. That being said, none of the girls were really my type, so I just ended up with Gemini because it's canon. But I had so much fun that I actually want to check out the other games, but it's gonna be hard. Well, that's about it for me this month, and sorry this is late, but thanks for watching. I've just been really busy. February's not exactly my favorite gaming month because it's kind of restrictive and I have to put an effort to seek out eligible games, but I like making these videos because it's a good way to get my thoughts out there and talk about stuff that I usually don't have the opportunity to talk about. I really hope to record and play some co-op games with my partner in the future because we talk about it quite a bit. I already have some games in mind whenever that happens, and I hope that happens for everyone else out there, so consider this your sign that you should shoot your shot because you just never know when true love will find you. Good luck!